get your business news now with Rupiwa Madzena. Rupiwa, good evening once again. You did promise that you're going to tell us all about insurance scammers. So tell us more.
That's right, Sally. And unwittingly, people are committing fraud and it's accidental, they say. So this is going to be an interesting discussion. So the Insurance Crime Bureau estimates that up to 20% of the 35 billion rand paid out on short-term insurance claims in 2019 could have been fraudulent. If correct, this means that the industry has lost almost 7 billion rand to fraud last year alone. Joining me now to discuss the industry trends further is Christelle Colman, who's an insurance expert at Old Mutual Insure. Christelle, really interesting insights coming out of the report you shared today. But I want to start with this phenomenon of accidental fraud, or people and businesses committing fraud unwittingly. What exactly is that?
Well, it's when people submit insurance claims where they believe they are acting within the boundaries of the law. For instance, and I think the best way to explain this is by way of an example, for instance, is when you ask your panel beater or your plumber to work in an extra amount to cater for your excess. You might think that you're not doing anything wrong, but you are actually committing fraud. Another example that I would like to share is when you've submitted a claim for a lost ring, for instance. The insurance company pays out, and then you find the ring again, and you don't report that back to your insurance company. By not doing that, you are committing fraud. In our organization at Old Mutual Insure, we're certainly seeing an increase of attempt at submitting fraudulent claims. People are desperate for cash. So claims are being inflated, fraudulent claims are being submitted. We've seen some very big fraudulent claims that we've picked up on because family members have called in to notify us of the fraudulent activity, as well as many sort of vehicle crime syndicates that are operating. So we're definitely seeing an increase in fraudulent activity and people that are desperate to get some money. And for some other reason, it seems as if there's a perception that committing insurance fraud isn't really fraud, but unfortunately, you can end up in jail if the insurance company can prove that you intentionally committed fraud by submitting false information.
So not only can you end up with a criminal record, Christelle, there's obviously an implication of insurance fraud on premiums, and this is also going to have a trickle-down effect on loyal customers who have never committed this kind of fraud and have paid their premiums.
I'm so pleased you mentioned that because it's so important. As insurers, we know that the far majority of our clients are honest. And we have to protect those clients. We've got a duty to protect the pool that we manage from which to pay the claims. So we have to make sure that we only pay valid claims, that we only pay claims, that we look after those clients who are submitting their actual claims. And you will find that, a lot of insurers actually spend a lot of time to make sure that they identify who are their good clients, who are the real claims that are coming through, and those claims get settled very quickly. And the perception around insurance companies not wanting to pay claims, unfortunately, is perpetuated often by individuals who submit fraudulent claims and then go out and say their claim didn't get paid, but they don't tell you the whole story.
Very interesting insights there, and very little time, unfortunately. I've been speaking there to Christelle Colman from Old Mutual Insure, talking to us about insurance fraud and how it may be on the rise, given that people are desperate for money.